The Department of Petroleum Resources (DPR) has charged depot owners in Warri access to increase their safety awareness and facilitate the training of security personnel by the federal government accredited consultants. The Deputy Director and Head, Downstream Monitoring and Regulations, Mrs. Ifeoma Onyeri, gave the charge at a meeting with depot owners in Warri. Churchill Akure was there for DRTV News.
The Deputy Director and Head, Downstream Monitoring and Regulations, Mrs. Ifeoma Onyeri, who led all the management team of the regulatory agency, said that the visit was to enable the agency to ascertain the challenges faced by the depot owners, specifically in terms of safety compliance. Mrs. Onyeri said the DPR is concerned about the safety of personnel and facilities and advised depot owners to ensure their security providers were trained by accredited DPR consultants. She disclosed that the DPR was proposing a program called Minimum Safety Industrial Training for Downstream, stressing that every depot must key into the program, which would also be part of the requirements for renewing their operational licenses. The DPR Deputy Director said every depot is to have a fire truck to handle fire outbreak, noting that it would also form part of the renewal of their operational licenses.
The message I'm driving is on safety. It is very paramount that when we go to work, we want to ensure that the personnel or staff of a facility, they are safe. And at the same time, we want to also, our expectation is to make sure that the facilities are also safe and secure. And I have visited some of these facilities in the Warri axis. And again, I'm now in Orara. I can assure you that the level of compliance I have seen is very, very encouraging.
Mrs. Onyeri, who later paid an on-the-spot assessment visit to some depots in Warri, including Pinnacle Oil and Gas, Matrix Energy Limited, expressed satisfaction at their level of safety compliance. She advised the depot owners to maintain the ex-depot price, shun diversion and hoarding of products, saying that hoarding of products was an infraction that attracts serious penalty. Earlier, the Chief Operations Officer, Matrix Energy Limited, Mr. Lokman Salam Alada, and the Group Head, Health and Safety Environment, Mr. Frederick Olomoro, said Excava's channel was the major source of their landing point and expressed hope that when dredged, it would help the companies in the area.
To be the challenge we face is the pricing, which to be handled by NPC here. But we continue to maintain our supply and distribution.
In Matrix, our relationship with our communities is our first priority. And the company has done a lot, which you saw in the presentation. And we have a hospital project that is forthcoming, which will be sited at Ubeji, that will take care of a lot of issues.
As DAPMA promised to live by the rules and regulations of the Department of Resources. Thank you very much.
The team also visited Optimal Energy Group in Cocoa, Prudent Energy, amongst others. The Deputy Director and Head, Downstream Monitoring and Regulations, was accompanied on the visit by the representative of the Zonal Controller, DPR Warri, Mr. Nicholas Ogbe, and other staff of the Zonal Office.